well
comes
to sort
together.
of make it a little bit messy for the left back, but the ball comes into Reece and he just lets it come behind him and he cruises it away, and before you know it he's trying to burst away and Bolton will have to bring him down.
Yeah, it's a free kick then to Vale, about 6 yards over the halfway line inside right channel. Humphreys up towards Hall, who tries to head it down for Headley. He does win it back, and now Johnson on the left, chance to deliver across, arrowed in, looking for Garrity at the back post, but well taken by the goalkeeper, who, it was an awkward one. It was driven by Johnson across the 6-yard box, and it was rising, but the keeper did well to anticipate and gather it. Burstow looking to try and play in Randall, but Garrity intercepts the ball. Byers dwells on it in the centre circle, but presence of mind to take it away from Randall, and Vale just trying to keep possession at the moment under some pressure. Kyle John wants it. Byers aims for him. It's asking a lot of him though. Conway is pursuing it. Kyle John trying to make him make a mistake, and he will keep the ball in play, and he'll look to try and win it again, and the ball is bouncing across, and it might come for Devante Cole, who tries to hook it over his head, but only into the side netting. And Kyle John deserves a lot of credit for keeping that alive, because it looked like the chance had gone, and he dived in once, he threw himself on the floor a second time to keep the ball in play, but Devante Cole, with his back to goal on the byline, on the edge of the 6-yard box, could do nothing more other than try and hook it over his own head, but didn't have enough space to be able to get it in. Yeah, it's really a good play from actually Kyle John. He doesn't give up. He presses and presses and presses, gets his rewards. Here's Headley on the left, turns well, still Headley. Cyrus Christie back to block him. It'll come to Byers, who touches it out to the left to Johnson, tries to play in a low ball, looking for Garrity, and it's blocked on the edge of the 6-yard box and cleared away. But Vale really look up for this. Here's Garrity put back in, looking for Cole by Cameron Humphreys, and then cleared away by Bolton, and all of a sudden this has turned into a game. Well, they're doing exactly what we said they've got to do. They've got to make it messy, scrappy, ensure that Bolton don't get any time on the ball, don't drop off and leave those spaces. Bolton just cannot get going. Cozier Dewberry giving the ball away here to Headley, who's pursuing him down on the left touchline. He'll keep the ball. It will go out. It will be a Vale throw, level with the edge of the penalty area on their left-hand side. And Jaheim Headley, who was probably put in the side today to maybe double up on Cozier Dewberry at the moment, is forcing him back into his own half, and he's working well with Johnson down that left side. Here's Byers. Just so much on the front foot, so dominant physically. Bolton really lackadaisy with the ball at the moment. They're a bit sloppy, and Vale are really capitalising on it. I think the problems are coming for Bolton from the wide positions. You've got Marvin Johnson, particularly, and Jaheim Headley, who are just causing chaos. Johnson with this corner then for Vale. Floated in this time, looks for the head of Connor Hall and pushed away by the goalkeeper at the near post. And Connor Hall really got hold of that, arched his neck muscles and powered it towards goal. And Sharman Lowe, I think, saw it a little late, but had to get across and push it away for another corner away to his right. We'll get Adam Yates' thoughts on that in a sec, but it's another corner. Johnson this time puts it in deep. He goes looking for Walters at the back post. There's a bit of pushing and shoving in the box that the crowd have seen, but the referee hasn't. Here's Garrity, gets round his man, takes it to the byline, puts the cross in, looks for Connor Hall's header, and it's saved by the goalkeeper again at the near post. It's an excellent save, and then Devante Cole will win the ball back off Sissoko and be penalised for it with a challenge. But that's another one where Teddy Sharman Lowe has kept Bolton in this game, firstly from Connor Hall's header, and then from a superb effort that he pushed aside. Yeah, Connor Hall, it's just 2 free headers from him. He does brilliantly to get contact on it, steers it goalwards. Goalkeeper too, pretty good saves in the grand scheme of things, but that's the 3rd free header that Vale have had. 1 from George Byers that he tested the goalkeeper on, and 2 from Connor Hall in quick succession. And as I said, Bolton are just really, they're all at sea at the moment. You do feel that Vale have to score while they're on top, though, because Bolton will have a spell. And Toll, under some pressure from Cole, puts the ball out for a throw-in. But credit to Vale in the first 18 minutes. They've been on the front foot. They're really having a go at Bolton. And were it not for the Bolton goalkeeper, Teddy Sharman Lowe, they would be in front. He's made 2 excellent saves from Connor Hall. As Cole now tries to work the ball into Jaheim Headley, but Bolton looking to get it back. They can't. Byers wins it back, and now Headley on the left looking to try and find Johnson, who made an overlapping run. Vale are pressing Bolton, and they really don't like it because they want to play out from the back, and that seems to be where they're having the most joy, because Bolton want to pass out, don't they? And Vale are just getting in their faces and stopping them playing the easy pass. Yeah, Vale have either got to sit right off, which will invite more pressure,
but they'll be solid. All they need to press high up the pitch as a group and condense the space, and they're doing the latter and really well at the moment. You have to say Vale are massively on top.
Yeah, and as we say, when they are out of possession like they are now, they've dropped into a 5-4-1, and they go over the top here looking for Sissoko, but that ball is ambitious from Sheehan, and Joe Gauci, to his credit, read it well, tries to hook it down the right touchline, but Bolton win the ball back. Kyle John won the initial ball but stumbled, and that's allowed Bolton to get possession back. Here's Sheehan inside the centre circle, looks out wide to the right to Kozia Dewberry. He's got Christie on the overlap to his right and uses him. Marvin Johnson goes to close him down, so he goes back to Toll, the captain, number 18. And now Sheehan works it out to the left to Conway. Sissoko hugging that left touchline. Kyle John be sick of the sight of him at the end of the day as he does a little step over, puts a good ball in, looks for Burstow, tries to hold the ball up. It comes back to Kozia Dewberry, who hits it through Gauci and scores. I think the goalkeeper may have seen it very late and couldn't get down quick enough, and Kozia Dewberry smashed one in. Burstow held the ball up on the edge of the 6-yard box, laid it off to him, and Kozia Dewberry smashed it through a forest of players. It beat Gauci. He'll be disappointed with that, but it's Bolton 1, Port Vale 0.
Yeah, it's Sissoko, and the first time really Kyle John dives in a little bit early or goes for a bit of a feint. It's a cross into a decent area. It's not a great header clearance, and Bolton managed to just keep it in and alive around the box, and it's set back to Kozia Dewberry. It does come through a load of bodies. They're all Vale players, rattling out to block that shot, but I think it takes a little bit of a nick, and Gauci's unsighted, and he ends up getting a bit of a hand to it. But Port Vale don't deserve that after the performance so far. You hit the nail on the head, Phil, where you said they need to capitalise on it when they're on top. They didn't. Bolton,
without a win in their last 4 league games, and look to be heading towards making that 5th unless they can pry something from this game. They've made a really good start. They had forced the Bolton goalkeeper into 3 excellent saves, but then a goal from Mario Kozia Dewberry after Vale didn't deal with a cross into the box. Mason Burstow, the Bolton centre forward, laid it off to Kozia Dewberry, who shot through a maze of players with his left foot and caused problems for Joe Gauci, the goalkeeper. It seemed to go through him, and that is what proves the difference. Here's Sissoko inside the box, left side, looks to play it back across the face of goal. He took the ball all the way to the byline. Kyle John matched him for pace all the way, and he looked to pull it back, but then John stretched and made sure the ball went out for a corner. Bolton looked a completely different side, Adam.
Yeah, that's what the goal's done. It's lifted everything. I'm just looking at Kyle John. That's the first time he gets done in behind. He tries to go tight and he gets spun in behind, but his recovery is brilliant. And again, he keeps his Sissoko on his left foot. He forces him to cross the ball, and then obviously intercepts it.
Bolton corner then. 35 minutes gone here on BBC Radio Stoke. Bolton 1, Port Vale 0. Driven in, it's awkward for Gauci to deal with. He can't get anywhere near it. Bolton still keep it alive. Driven through a forest of players again, and it's 2-0. And Bolton have a vice-like grip on this game now. Vale couldn't deal with the set piece into the box, and the ball bounced out towards the edge of the penalty area on the right side. I'm trying to spot who's hit it. I think it's Xavier Simons, who wrapped his foot around it and sent it again through a forest of players. And Gauci again unsighted as the ball crept into the far post, and it's Bolton 2, Port Vale 0.
Yeah, it's a wicked corner that comes in, and it finds its way out. I think in the end it's a bit of a scrappy one. Rhys Walters goes out to block it, and he sticks his foot out to block it, goes through his legs, buries itself right in the side netting. I'm not sure whether the goalkeeper can shift his feet a little bit quicker to get across and push that wide, but Xavier to get himself into the box. The one player who looks, at least at top-end League One levels, Devante Kohler, I think he's the one that you look and think that's the outstanding quality in Vale's side. But even him, the first time we've seen him do everything this afternoon.
Kozia Dewberry twists and turns away from Connor Hall. Roll back, Dempsey for 4, and is. This is getting embarrassing now. It is getting really embarrassing. The Vale have capitulated and they are getting smashed from pillar to post and back again. They are being taught a very, very, very harsh lesson. Dempsey sweeping in the cross from Kozia Dewberry, and it is Bolton 4, Port Vale 0, and it is humiliating.
Yeah, again, it takes Kozia Dewberry. No one goes out and deals with him. It's into an area. Ryan Crosdale and Dempsey go into a challenge, but Dempsey just absolutely rifles through it, and it is good connection. And you have to say, Bolton get that first goal, and from there, they arguably deserve to be 4 up, and it's been a little bit of a toothless display from 25 minutes onwards, and rightly so. Vale see themselves 4 down, but you cannot just keep defending and allowing players possession and space like they are and set off them. They've not made this a nasty game at all, and that's what they needed to do.
It was only 5 years ago Vale came here and won 6-3, and the days of them doing that look a very, very long way away now. As Joe Gauci goes long, Payton looking to find Cole. Arduous this. It's arduous to watch. Ultimately we all want the club to do well, but you just don't want to watch them get routed like this, and they are being routed. And something that Darren Moore has always prided his team on is trying to be defensive and keep it tight, but today, Adam, they've been anything but that. Into the dying embers of this game now. Some Vale fans have left. I could hear some boos around the place when the 4th goal went in, and you can understand when people have made the trip and they are seeing their team routed in the way that they are, why they would be unhappy. As Garrity competes with Force for the ball, but Force is bigger and stronger and wins it back, and Dempsey tries to get around Humphreys but can't, and now Ossie Tutu takes over. Tries to get away from Humphreys, who's just grabbed him in a bear hug, and then will win the ball off him. It's George Hall actually, and the referee has seen that and will give a free kick Bolton's way as we are into the last 10 seconds of normal time. And I think this will be the last action of the game, whatever happens here. And if this was a boxing match, Adam, we'd have probably had it stopped a while ago.
Yeah, it's been a tough watch. You look at that Vale end film, and it's probably not even 15% of what we're at the start of the game. They're entitled to get themselves off, and disappointed. They've had to sit and endure that this afternoon. They pay good money, come up expecting a scrap and a fight.
Morley's free kick deep into the penalty area. Gauci comes out, gets a punch to it, and that is the last touch of the game. The referee blows up on what has been a dismal day for Port Vale. They have been routed here despite a positive first half an hour when they looked like they were the better of the two sides. The minute